I'm back for a flight test of another monster EDF jet from our friends at FMS. This is their Su-27 twin 70mm EDF fans in this, and it runs on 6S. Let's not hang around. I'm going to take the components out of the box. Let's see what we get. Again, all the components are super snug in the box. Nothing will move around while it is in transit to your door. So let's take all the components out of the carton and put it out on the table. Okay, so all the components out of the box and laid out on the table. This is a very long jet. Look how long it is. So looking at the fuselage first, the nose cone is separate, held on by a magnet, which I have here. Then the canopy is over here. Got a pilot in the cockpit, which is good. But the 6L 6000 lipo that I'm going to be using will fit in here. We've got a UBEC to power the lights that will plug into a spare channel on the receiver. Got an XT90, fantastic. That's what I use. That's really good. And then all of our leads that will go into the receiver. I am going to be using an FrSky X8R. It's kind of my standard receiver, and my RadioMaster TX16S. Which will be very quick to set up. Moving back down the fuselage, functional air brake as on the FMS J11. Nice scale effect. Will aid us in slowing down for landing and on slow passes. And then this fantastic paint scheme. Looks really nice. Then we've got the wings, nothing to do. The aileron is already connected up with the push rod. We've got the vertical stabilizers, so the rudder is already connected up to the servo. Then we've got the elevators with the horns already integrated into them. That's probably the most fiddly bit, because we have to put a metal rod in the side there and hold it in place with a grommet, just like the J11, I suspect. We've got an end piece for the tail under here, and we've got I don't know, about 8 missiles to attach, and they just slide on underneath the wings, and some strakes, fins underneath. A little pack of hardware. So not too many components considering how big this Su-27 is. So I will be back very soon with this all assembled and programmed up on my TX16S and show you what it looks like. Literally 5 to 10 minutes later and it is fully assembled. It just bolts together. All FMS models are like this. They really do think through how they design these things, so you have to spend very little time putting them together and can get it in the air. And it does look spectacular in that scheme. So looking under the canopy, the catch at the back, I've got my Formax 6S 6000 60C lipo there, FrSky X8R receiver there, and the UBEC next to it. There are lots of cables. Obviously it looked a bit messy, didn't it, when I showed it to you, but they all tuck once they're all plugged into the receiver. You just tuck those wires into the back there. On the transmitter on my TX16S, I copied this model setup from the J11 that I set up a couple of days ago. But if you're setting it up from scratch, on inputs you would get basic aileron, elevator, throttle and rudder. I then copy down each of the lines for the aileron, elevator and rudder twice, because I like 3 position rates to suit my flying. maximum kind of throw for when I'm flying slowly or I want to perform aggressive aerobatics, and the middle and low rates for when I'm flying faster and I need less throw, less sensitivity. So 100%, 66%, 33%, 30% exponential, so it's softer, less movement in the middle of the stick, and all on
middle rates, low rates, high rates,
all on that 3-position switch. Then going down, you can see I've got the air brake on channel 5. I have got the lights plugged in 6, but that's just providing power. And then gear, landing gear is on channel 7. And then mixes, nothing special there. You can change the midpoint and the end points and the reverse the channel if you need to on outputs. And special functions is where I set up the sound or the track that plays each time I move the switch if I want to do that. Show you the functional air brake. That'll look brilliant on a slow fly past. But otherwise that is it. The Su-27 is ready for its first mission. Time to get down the flying field and get it in the sky. Alright, so here we are down the flying field with the Su-27 all ready to go. CG not happy with it, so I've carved some foam out at the back of the battery bay, being careful to make sure it doesn't obstruct the wheel when it comes up, because you're cutting into the retract bay for the nose gear there. And have taken the FOD guard, the mud guard, off the front wheel as well. Because there's literally, when you have that on, there's about 3mm of wheel below that. Okay for tarmac runways, but no good for grass. So let's see if we can get this off the deck. No, didn't even look as though it was going to get in the air. Oh! No. No. Okay, so this is attempt number 4. Yes, it's off the deck. Okay, let's climb and trim out for level flight. Okay, so some up trim needed, but feels good now. Okay, dropping to the left for a low pass. And the same, but into wind this time. I can get it lower than that. Come on. Okay, slowing it down, speed brake deployed. Okay, gear coming down. Let's see how I can slow this up for landing. So I do think it got into the air more by luck than anything. I think it hit a bump and I was holding in full elevator, but once it had climbed out then it flew great. So it'd be interesting to see how much is left in the 6000 pack after that flight. I kept it reasonably short, otherwise I thought it flew really nice. Slowed it down. I didn't try high alpha, but I'll try that next time. So that is the FMS Su-27 twin 70mm EDF jet from my friends at FMS. Looks fantastic in the sky, even on a dull day like today. So thanks for watching this one. If you enjoyed it, please subscribe. Click the bell icon for notifications of our future uploads and live streams. You might want to give us a thumbs up for really persevering and getting this J11 and Su-27 in the air. Thanks to Jay on camera.
No worries.
Thanks to Sam for moral support. We'll be back soon on Essential RC. See you soon. Bye.